Hey everyone! Today let's try something a little bit different. Today let's do a little demo on how I take pictures all by myself. This is not so much of a tutorial, more of like how I like to do things. We're going to talk a little bit about cameras, from nice DSLRs to simple cell phones. We're also touching on a bunch of other things like posing, timers, and maybe just a little bit about lighting. So come along with me and let's take a look behind the scenes. Posing. There's no right or wrong way to pose. Just get up there and do what feels good to you. It's all about having fun, really. But these are the things I like to keep in mind when I get out there and pose, for pictures at a con or in photo sessions like this. One of the things I think is super important is where you put your feet. And I think if you stand with your feet, kind of apart with your arms hanging down, it gives you a really blocky silhouette, which isn't my favorite thing. I think simply putting your feet together looks a lot better. Keeping that in mind, let's take a look at a couple of simple poses that I like to do. I almost always cross my feet in front of me in almost all my pictures, and a really easy pose is simply cross your feet in front of you a little bit and put your hands out, and it looks really cute. One of the other things you can do is just extend that. Just kind of throw your body forward a little bit and lean forward, and it also looks pretty. You can play with your hair, kick your foot back, just have fun with it. That's what it's all about. Let's play around and do a few pictures. Let's talk a little bit about cell phones. Cell phones can be a great option if you're all by yourself. Just get an attachment to hook it to a tripod or just lean it up against a book or something and you're good to go. One of the things you might want to do is get a stylus. It makes it easier to operate the touchscreen if you have gloves or some sort of costume that doesn't let your fingers touch the screen. So fix yourself up a little bit, take a couple of steps back, and let's take some pictures. In selfie mode, almost all cameras, if you hold your palm towards the screen, it'll start a 2-second timer and then take a picture. So that's all you do. Let's get to it. If you want to use a camera, take pictures all by yourself, you certainly can do that, but you're going to need some sort of timer. Almost all nice cameras come with a timer built in. Personally though, I like to use an external timer. Bunch of reasons for that, but I just think they're simpler to use. An external timer like this one is very inexpensive, about $20, and will hook to practically any camera on the market. Just plug it into the remote trigger port on your camera, and it's pretty much good to go. The idea is you can set them to take a number of pictures at a certain interval. For example, I have this one set to take 20 pictures, each picture about 5 seconds apart. To get it going, you just hit start and step back and pose. Using a regular camera tends to give you much better pictures, but it's a little trickier to set up and get going. You may need to play with the autofocus settings to get it to focus exactly on you or where you want it to focus. If you have any issues with this, just ask around online. Somebody that owns the same camera as you, I'm sure, can help you. If I'm online, I'll help the best I can. Lighting. There's so many good lighting tutorials out there that I'm really not going to do that. For now, let's just take a look at how I lit a few scenes, and let's start with the timer demo I just did. Normally use 2 or 3 continuous lights, plus whatever lights exist in the room. As a starting point, I normally put up 2 lights at about 10 and 2 o'clock to where the subject, me, is going to be. Sometimes a third behind if I've got room. Then you take a few pictures, take a look at the pictures, move the lights around, take a few more pictures, and keep doing that until it looks the way you want. It's not really an exact science, you just fool around with it until it works. The subjects in your room, the color of the walls, everything's going to affect that a little bit, so you just got to kind of mess with it until it works. This is another scene I did. Again, lights at 10 and 2, and I also put one in the back, as you can see clearly in the photograph there. Temperature is another important thing. So all the lights in my house are about 2700 K, and all the lights in my rigs are about 2700 K. You can see the colors on the boxes of your bulbs when you buy them. That's the color of an old incandescent light bulb. The idea here is if you use the same color lights and everything, the camera will know how to color adjust the scene properly. It also makes it much easier for you to later go into software and adjust the colors, brighten or soften it, do anything like that that you want to do to the colors. Much easier if everything's the same color. So color temperature is really important. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see more detailed tutorials, let me know and I'll do those. Please like and subscribe and all that other YouTube stuff. And ta-ta for now. Bye.